Hi there, I'm Nick Andrew, and I'm here to show off the very lovely Classic 57 Strat made by the equally lovely Rob Williams. I'm going to go through some of the features, pickups, the little wiggle stick, all that kind of thing, and yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy some guitar nerdity. So the guitar itself, the Classic 57, I wonder what year that's based on. Beautiful guitar, swamp ash body, which probably is where some of the sustain comes from. A beautiful one-piece Birdseye Maple neck. It's got a lovely walnut dot markers in there as well, which just ooze of class. Gotoh vintage bridge and vintage tuners. This bridge has been really good. It's hardly gone out of tune at all, despite all the kind of Jeff Beck, Scott Henderson style abuse that I've thrown at it, not to mention the Nick Andrew abuse that it gets as well. Hand wound pickups by Rob Williams, and these little fellas down here, volume made by volume, tone made by tone, and there's two of them, and a little wiggle switch which has all the pickup selections in there, which we'll go and have a look at now. Back pickup, clean sound. What do you think you're going to get? It's very good for that Hank Marvin. It's still going. There's loads and loads of sustain from here. Don't know how Rob's done it, but whatever he's found that works really well. You can also get that really aggressive surf guitar tone from the back pickup clean sound. All the tones all the way up, and there you go. Jim Dale would be proud. Or is it Dick Dale? One of the two. Anyway, carry on. The bridge and the middle pickup together give you that classic Mark Knopfler. Beautiful. So I was doing a gig a few weeks ago with a guy called Philip Mann, who's the bass player for a young chap called Albert Lee, and the bridge and the middle position give you that kind of Albert Lee sound. So he must have planted that seed in my head during the gig. Middle pickup reminds me of that 60s blues invasion kind of sound, that kind of raw, determined kind of sound. It's making me play a lot of blues, this guitar. I don't know why, but yeah, it's kind of an edgy sound. Quite enjoyed it. So. So the middle and the neck pickup together give you the hitmaker sound. And the hitmaker sound is that Nile Rodgers kind of sound you hear on things like Get Lucky and all the Chic stuff. So yeah, sounds like this. Front pickup, obviously you got quite a jazzy sound, mellow sound from that, but it's also quite funky. It's just nicely voiced, basically. And with the sustain that the guitar offers, it's a really good blend, really. So, I don't know, bluesy jazz, jazzy blues, with a hint of funk, I think. So here we are at the hairy end of the video. I'm using the Thomas BluGuitar Amp one, which is going to add a bit of beef to it, using it's like a vintage Marshall setting. And vintage Marshall, classic 57, you're automatically more or less going to get the Man in Black kind of sound, Mr. Richie Blackmore. All you really need for more authenticity is a pointy hat and a black suit. So the middle and the bridge position have a very kind of fusiony sound about them. Very Wayne Krantz, Scott Henderson type thing. I wish I could play like these guys. And very bluesy, jazzy bluesy, if you will. This kind of sound. The middle pickup and the bridge pickup, if you turn the tone all the way down for the middle pickup there, you get a really nice half-cocked wah sound, kind of Michael Schenker-ish, and this kind of riff. There you go. So don't forget to explore your knob. Middle pickup, maybe the most underused pickup for most guitar players, but it's one of my favourites, particularly on this guitar. It's a really nice balanced sound. And also Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, they both love it as well. So, amongst others. So I'm in good company. So here we go. So the neck and the middle pickup give you a real kind of Texas blues sound, and that can really only mean one thing. Neck pickup can only be the Yngwie. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the Classic 57 made by Rob Williams. I'm not lying when I say it's one of the best Strats I've ever tried. Incidentally, Rob doesn't know this, but on the back, in the little claw there, I angled it. There's a guy called Carl Verheyen, and he's got a little video on YouTube somewhere, and he tells you about angling the claw a little bit. And what it does is it releases the tension of the upper strings, and it just makes the whole thing sit better and stay in tune a little bit more. So I've done that, but don't tell Rob. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Loved playing this. It's got great sustain to it, and all the pickups are really balanced. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but it's like they're all part of the same guitar, which sounds ridiculous, but if you've got lots of different pickups on your guitars, you'll know what I mean when you switch and you get a slightly different tone or different character that doesn't really mesh with the others. So this does this really well. So go on Rob's website, www.robwilliamsguitars.co.uk, and you can visit my site while you're online, nickandrew.net, and there's a www somewhere in that as well. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you again.